Hello. Hello. Sorry I'm late. Hi, Rose. Hi, Lori. Hi, Ronald. How's everybody doing? I decided to cook my salmon a little bit longer because I don't like sushi. I cooked it for 15 minutes, but it was frozen and it was at 400 degrees. And it looked done, but then when I looked at it closer, I'm like, it's not done as much as I'd like it to be done. The oven just is done reheating, but I already put it in there and I can hear it cooking. So it says it's got 1 more minute, but I don't know. I might even let it cook a little bit longer than that. I'm putting some, I was posting my videos this time and sharing out my live, and so that's why I'm late. Yeah, I like these olives. I'm going to be having salad tomorrow too, since it's only 2 more days until Saturday when I go to Portugal. So excited. I started to pack and I don't have any makeup on. I packed my makeup, but I'm wearing less makeup. And I decided I'm probably, since my eyes have been itchy, I'm probably going to throw these mascaras away. And like this, I hate to be wasteful, I hate to be wasteful. I've had this since 2020 when I left. I threw away all my makeup in 2020 when I downsized because some of it was old and I would keep makeup for too long. And that's probably why my eyes are getting itchy, right? And so this I got in 2020. I hate to do this, but that's too old and I need to throw that away. And sadly, the one I just got last year, I might have to throw away too because it's crumpling up. So anyways, that's why I don't have any makeup on today and I'm wearing less makeup. And you know what I thought about today? You know what? That's going to save Red money too. I went to Great Clips, got my hair cut. I saved money by going to Great Clips. My salmon might be done. Let me go check on it. So glad you all are here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Let's go over here and see if my put my drink over here. Let's see if my salmon is done. I just put butter on it and this seasoning. I think it's done. I'm going to get it out. Let me turn it off again. Yeah. What do y'all think? Think it's done? I think it's done. I think now it's done. Hi, Anthony. Hello. How are you? I'm going to pour some of this. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to put this in the sink because it can. Let's do that. Okay. Alrighty. Hoping I can get the boys to come by so I can give them some food, but I don't want to go bad in my fridge. So busy, 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 busy. Getting ready to go. Busy, 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 busy. Did any of y'all's kids watch Veggie Tales? Makes me think of the song. They do the story of the Good Samaritan and the people that are supposed to be Christian are supposed to be, they represent the Christian people in the story. And I'm sitting on my new chair, my chair that I got out of the garbage. Can you see that? With the cowhide. I don't know. I may be finding out some reason why they threw these away. Maybe the cowhide has fleas or something. Hopefully not. I hope I don't know. But they're nice. And I was like, wow, I'm gonna get those out of the garbage, and because the dumpster's like right outside my apartment door, so it's really convenient. I really love my apartment, you guys. I was thinking today, but I really need to find something cheaper. So in February, so I think I will be able to. I think I have enough time between after Portugal. I'm going to be starting to look for another place to move to in end of February, I guess. So my thank you guys so much. My watch hours are up to 17 something. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for coming to my lives. It's helping. I can't believe that last Thursday's lunch live now has like 130 views and even has more views than my latest interview with Diana Brianne Fairchild. And I'm like astonished. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm almost to 900 subs now. So thank you guys all so much. I'm on target. I believe I'm going to be able to be monetized this year. So thank you guys all so much. And be praying for me as I go to Portugal. Maybe I'll have time to go live every weekday at this time. It'll be 8 p.m. in Portugal. Siri, what time is it in Portugal?
In Lisbon, Portugal, it's 8:13 p.m.
See? So it's, 8 p.m. this time right now. So I might be going live. Definitely, I'll definitely try Monday, and then we'll see how it goes for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. So I might even set up that live for Monday, live from Portugal, live from Portugal at this time next Monday. So keep praying for Red. Red's praying for y'all. All the time. Let me pray. Oh, wait, let me play. Let me play and then I'll pray. I have my my box of color. So tonight I'll color it. That's what I do every month is get it cut at Great Clips, and it's cheap. And then I get a box of color and color it myself. So the whole thing is like $40-$50 at the most. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. And I'm saving $100, over $100 a month on my nails. I got my clear. I'm going to do my clear. And this is much better if like you're working, cooking. If you work, when I was gardening, oh my goodness, I could not keep my nails good when I was gardening. But anyways, I'm going to pray now. If there's any new prayer requests, let me know. Still rejoicing, so happy about Letitia being cancer free. She told us that on Tuesday. So excited and still praising God for that. That's awesome. So glad about that. Dear Lord, I thank you for my food, Lord. I thank you for my YouTube friends, my YouTube channel. Thank you for blessing me so much here in Denver, Lord. I love it. Thank you that I'm able to go to Portugal too, Lord. And please, thank you for going with me. Thank you for always watching over me and guiding me, Lord, on what to do, because I'd be lost without your help, Lord. We all would be. I pray you continue to heal Lori and her son Alex, and I pray you continue to heal Arnie and his mom, and I pray, I thank you for Letitia's good report from the doctor. Help her to stay cancer-free, Lord. Be with her and strengthen her. Thank you for strengthening us all through these trials, though, Lord. And that they're making us strong. And I pray that you would comfort all those who have lost loved ones. And we just thank you for loving us, Lord. I pray for my children. I pray that they would know that you love them, that you're real, that you love them, Lord. And I pray that they would know that I love them. And I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Yeah, that's Central Time. You're on Central Time, Rose, I think. Yeah, because when I go live is 12 p.m. So if you're wondering what time it is, it's 12:18 Pacific Time. It's 1:18 Denver time, which is Mountain Time, and then it's 2:18 Central, where Rose is on Central Time. And Ronald, I thought you were on Eastern Time. I guess you're on Central Time. Yeah, I don't know what Iowa's on. I guess it's Central then. And then 3:18 Eastern. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. For years and years, I was in Georgia. My family was in California, so I was aware of those 3 hours. I would get confused sometimes when I'd go to California. I was like, is it earlier or later there or what? We'd be confused. I was confused when I was trying to go live every week at the same time and traveling around in my RV. I'd be like, where am I? What time is it? What time am I supposed to go live? And sometimes I've said it at the wrong time. I remember, I don't know what I said it at, but I messed it up one time, and Kenneth messaged me on Instagram and was like, did you know your live is set? I was like, oops. The candle just went out from yesterday because I relit it. I had blown it out because I went out somewhere and didn't want to leave a candle burning, but I have a new one. Gonna light the candles. So welcome, Flames. My followers are called Flames, which I thought appropriate. Ronald made me think of that. So thank you, Ronald, for that idea. Welcome, Flames. Yeah, 2:19 now. Okay. So Iowa's Central. I didn't know. Now I know. Now I know. And I know what time it is in Lisbon. Gonna put this. This is Good Seasons Italian dressing. I put my sauteed mushrooms on my salad because, like I said, I don't want to be wasteful. I was listening to Lindy talk. Oh goodness, I felt so bad. Lindy, yeah, you can drop Lindy's link again. Lava Lindy's awesome van adventure. So she's on Social Security. She was working at Walmart, and she was walking with a walker, y'all. She was working at Walmart still, and it was reminding me how blessed I am. But I also did feel a twinge of guilt. But so Lindy was saying like she doesn't buy avocados because avocados are expensive. I got avocados. So and she doesn't buy sour cream. Oh, how sad. So yeah, I'm a member of her channel, so I want to help her out. I don't know how I'm gonna like sauteed mushrooms on my salad. I've never done that before. It's okay. Not bad. Artichoke hearts. Let me see how the salmon is. Let me see how the salmon is. I don't usually like to eat the skin. Let me get this off of here. Well, that's a little bit of skin. That's good. I think I got the. Yeah, you were saying. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I got your text. And just the latest text I didn't have time to answer. Yeah, I got your text, Rose. Yeah. Let me see what it is here today. It's not too bad. I just went out, to get my hair cut. Not too bad. 80. See, that's like perfect. Low of 58. That'll be tonight. Oh, it's going to rain. It's going to rain at 4 p.m. I go to my chiropractor today because I was like worried, you guys, because that time I swam a mile. I tried to swim a mile again. I swam 32 laps. My back started hurting. And I was like, no, I can't have this happen. Because my back hurt in December. I hurt my back, and I think it was a combination of I slept on it wrong, but I think it was a kickboxing. Because man, I worked hard at kickboxing. I am glad I tried the kickboxing, but it was a hassle to cancel it, and they sent a charge. I was so aggravated with them. They were so aggravating. I was like, what the heck? But anyways, I'm glad I tried the kickboxing. And I could do it again sometime, but not right now. Hey, Roy and Becky. Hi. Hello. How are you? I'm sorry. I went to get my hair cut, and so I was like, maybe I'll just pop in there. But I didn't get a chance to pop in there, and trying to get everything I need to get done before I go on Saturday. So yeah. But yeah, so I hope things are going good. I'm gonna try again to pop in there tomorrow. At least pop in there, but yeah, I'm busy getting ready to go. I'm packing. I'm gonna do laundry tomorrow. I'm emptying out my refrigerator. So I'm hoping the boys didn't come by last night, so I'm hoping they'll come by tonight. And I was thinking of maybe taking them out to eat, but I'm just like, gosh, I need to give them all this food. So they need to just come over here. And Albert said, he's like, we can just come over here and eat. because he's like, we don't have to go out to eat because he knows I'm trying to save money because so blessed with the money from my mom and dad. Thank you, God. Thank you, mom and dad. So blessed. But it's not gonna last forever, and I need to start either making like I'm hoping to do the lifeguarding when it's kind of actually going to be perfect. So I was talking to one of the lifeguards. I guess it was maybe on Saturday or last week, and they thank you, Lori. Thank you for sharing Lindy's great channel. Thank you for sharing that. And like I said, you can drop your links, up to 2 times. You can drop your links right now. You can drop your links while I'm eating. You can drop your links at the end when I'm praying. So go ahead and drop your links, moderators. I appreciate you. You should drop your link, Anthony, because Anthony doesn't usually I know everybody's busy, Anthony's usually always here at the beginning, but isn't always able to stay at the end. So you can drop your link at the beginning, Anthony. Sometimes Lori's dropped yours at the end for you because you weren't around when I said drop your links. So I appreciate you, moderators. I appreciate you, Lori. Yeah, I love salmon. I think it's my favorite fish. Yeah, probably. I love shrimp. I don't like fish. I didn't like fish when I was younger so much. My mom, when we moved to Boca, would get fish on Fridays. Hey, Brenda. Hello. How are you? How are you? Yeah, I think this is done just about perfect. I don't think it was done before. And I'm glad I put it back in. It looked done. It was pink. But I don't think it was all the way done. Because it was from frozen, so I guess it was about 20 minutes I cooked it for at 400 degrees, 20 to 25 minutes from frozen. Yeah. And I can't stand, I really don't think, I was thinking about it and I was like, yeah, I don't usually like any freshwater fish. It's just so fishy, like catfish. Ugh, no, I'd rather not. If I'm gonna waste my I'm only eating one. This is my one meal of the day. Yesterday I did have one. I think I had one more enchilada because they were so good yesterday after my lunch live, and then I had one enchilada and a little piece of broccoli later in the evening. But I have 2 meals at the most, and they're small. Sometimes I have one big meal, and then I'll have nuts. This is my dessert. I have blackberries. I've foregoed the whipped cream because I'm trying to lose more weight, but it is low carb. And before, when I lost weight, I would. Okay, Lori. Before, when I lost weight, I would have not every day though, but I would have the whipped cream sometimes as a treat because it's low carb. I've baked and fried and grilled and yuck. I just can't. It's way too fishy tasting for me. So what kind of fish though? Catfish? Yeah, I don't like catfish at all. My ex had caught a bass. I think it was a big bass. It was funny. It was when Sarah was a baby. My oldest was a baby. I can still remember him, and he went and got it mounted. It was in a lake in Florida when we lived in Florida. I remember he set it down on our coffee table, and Sarah was standing next to it, and it jumped. It jumped, and she jumped. I still remember that. It was so funny. But he got that mounted. Salmon? Oh, you don't like salmon? Oh, I love salmon. I like it baked or fried or grilled, but not freshwater fish. No. And the best, I like snapper too. I like other fish. I like fried fish, like fish and chips. I remember the best fish we got. We used to go fishing before Sarah was born. We used to go fishing in a coastal, and it's right where it goes right into the ocean. I don't know how many times it goes into the ocean, but I think it did in Boca. And then Boca Raton is Spanish for mouth of the rat. It was because the inlet was like the mouth of a rat. I can remember when we moved there, I was still kept in touch with my best friend in California for a long while. We were like pen pals. We'd write each other, and then I'd go see her when I went out to see my family. And her dad is from Mexico. That's a whole nother story. But he was like, you know what that means? That means mouth of the rat. Ew. Such a classy place named after the mouth of a rat. Crazy. We used to drive by. I never saw her though. I never saw her, but Farrah Fawcett had a place in Boca Raton, and I think people would see people from time to time. Super rich people. And I used to babysit so much, and then I was when I went back to Boca Raton from Texas to be with my ex. I was a live-in nanny for a Jewish family, and then, but I didn't really like that job, and I don't know. Sometimes the kids would be really badly behaved, and there wasn't too much I could do. Sometimes, not mostly, but I could have gotten a job for, like, if I could have found a job for a really rich family and been a nanny, I could have done that, but I didn't want to do I didn't want to do nannying anymore. And then I had 5 kids. And I also, when I was getting my divorce and was separated from my husband, I could have easily found, by that time, I was really burnt out on childcare because I had worked at the church too in childcare and teaching Awanas. And I was just really burnt out on childcare. And then I was like, well, what the heck? They're so sweet when they're young, but then they grow up and they hate you. So yeah, I was kind of bitter too. So I didn't, but I could have more easily found a job in childcare if I had tried that. But I was trying a bunch of other things. I tried everything, you guys. You know that song from Zootopia? Try everything. That's a good song. That might be in my inspirational songs. It should be. I might put it in there if it's not. But I have Joe Perry. Oh yeah, I like You like you like catfish, but you don't like salmon. Okay. Okay. To each his own, Rose. To each his own. Fish and chips is usually haddock or other mild fish like cat. I don't think it's catfish. I think it's usually seafood fish, but I don't know. But I don't catfish to me. I mean, they're bottom feeders. Catfish to me tastes like they're bottom feeders. I don't know. But I guess so is shrimp. I don't know. So Joe Perry, lead guitar player for Aerosmith, his wife and one grown son, live in Boca. I didn't know that. I have a bunch of chicken left from the chicken enchiladas and I'm deciding what to do with it. I went and got more enchilada sauce, but I think I'm going to make quesadillas with it tomorrow. So that's what I'm having tomorrow. Salmon has. Hey, Valentina. Hi, how are you? So I think it's the same time there as it is in Portugal. So is it 8:36 there? Oh, my air went on. I've been changing it around though. Like if I'm working in my apartment or cleaning or something like that or cooking, I'll turn my AC down lower. But if I'm just sleeping, I can almost have it at 80 or I'll have it at 78 or something like that. 77. But I don't like the skin. I don't want the skin. But I'm having a problem getting it off of here. Get this over here. Usually it comes off pretty easy. So that's what is so cool about YouTube or even Facebook or anywhere is you can get people from all over. So I've had I haven't seen Graham in a while, but I have a follower that's from Australia. I have a follower that's in the Philippines. Musisi pops in here sometimes. He's from Uganda. Musisi used to go live sometimes with Loves, my friend Loves You's channel. And I would pop on there and I would be like, we're representing 3 continents here. So it was pretty cool. So I'm very glad to have everybody though, but glad to have you from Italy here, Valentina. Thank you all for being here though. Thank you, thank you. There, finish my salmon. Yeah, so I'm tempted, like, I think I started to look back, but I don't really have I don't have time to watch anybody's videos, even my own. So I'm like, what did I say last Thursday, y'all? What did I say? That I need to redo last Thursday's live because it's doing good. It's doing better than my Monday night live. So yeah, it's pretty cool though. I'm thankful. I need to give my boys some eggs. I hard boiled like half of them. I think I hard boiled like 8 of them. I think I had 14 eggs, and I was like, oh no, I need to eat some eggs. So I ate some eggs. I think I ate some eggs Monday. Turin, cool. Yes, thank you so much for being here. I just opened a new bag of lettuce, well, salad. So I think if the boys come by tonight, I'll make them salad. Because I have more than enough for one salad tomorrow. Probably. My plane doesn't leave until 8 something. Probably gonna have egg salad on Saturday. I love these cherry tomatoes. Avocados, but they're expensive. They don't last long either. I have the chickpea beans, mushrooms, sauteed mushrooms. They are good for you. But yeah, Lindy says she can't eat too many salads. So upset her stomach. Yeah, I don't think my mom ate as many salads when she got older either. And she loved broccoli, but she couldn't eat broccoli at the end of her life because she was on blood thinners. But I'm finding I don't even get that hungry. Eating when I snack or eat something in the evening, it's usually not that I'm so hungry. It's that I'm just used to eating at that time. Or I'm bored, or you know what. Hey! Hi, Linda. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I shared out Linda's video on my community tab. Linda always is trying to help all the little creatures. And she was trying to help this bird. And the birds were attacking her. I was like, Linda, like no good deed goes unpunished. You know this. Ashlyn Marie, hello. Hey, mommy. Yeah, I'm a mommy. I'm a mommy. I don't think I'm your mommy, but hello. Yeah, lots of people would call me mommy because I'm a mommy. It's just my nature. My son's, best friend. It's like been 20 years now. So yeah, because it was 2003 when I put Ian and Claire Bear in school. My older ones were already middle school. I put my oldest son in middle school. My oldest in high school. So I'm like, is this some correlation here? I don't know. But I homeschooled my oldest two the longest, but they seem to be the most upset. Like I think the divorce was harder on them because they were older, they were used to us being together and thought we were going to stay together, so I think it was actually harder on them. My middle two, so Ian and Claire, I put in regular school. Claire was first grade and Ian was third grade. And we went out to eat when I first came to Denver. Went out to eat with Albert and Ian and Ian's girlfriend at that time, and we did a toast. And I was like, "Here's to mom failing at homeschooling, because you wouldn't have met Albert, because later, like, even though his mom lived in Byron, his mom taught in where we lived in Byron, so that's why he went to elementary school and middle school with Ian. And if I had put Ian in like in middle school, he would have hardly known Albert that long, because then he went to a different high school. They didn't go to the same high school and they didn't go to the same college. So, but they've been friends for 20 years. They kept in touch when they were at different high schools and different colleges. Oh, that would be cool to see. That's Turin. Yes, the Shroud of Turin. That's what it's called, right? Oh yeah, I've watched all those documentaries about that. I'll have to see. I'd like to see if I could. I would probably have to fly though. I'd like to see if I could go to England, but I don't know. And, what are you eating, mommy? Okay, here's another one calling me mommy. Okay, interesting. You don't always know sometimes, but I'm saying, hey, I said hello to you, Ashley. Say hello back. That's how I can tell sometimes. You can't tell sometimes right away when the trolls come in, because they won't act like trolls. But your mommy. Yeah. Let me check out your channels, y'all. So yeah, let's see what you're about. I love hot dads. Oh, you started your channel June 11th, 2023, your mommy. That's an indication that you may be a troll. But welcome to Reds. I love everybody, but if you cause problems, you will be blocked. Just saying. So, yeah, I thought it was kind of weird for someone to come in here calling me mommy. But whatever, to each his own, to each his own. And I've discovered that people that I have blocked, so I can go in and see to who I've blocked, and the names will be changed. You can change your name, but if I've already blocked someone's URL, they won't show up in my chat. So okay. Well, sorry about that. I don't know, but just, because of all the things I've been through, I'm just, honestly, you guys, it's not always a good thing, but I'm suspicious of everybody. I am. I'm careful about everyone. Are you related to the other one? It was just kind of weird that two people came in Ashlyn, do you know Ashlyn? And I can't find that person on the YouTube side, which is interesting. I don't see them. YouTube is an interesting beast. YouTube is an interesting beast. Oh, let me see what this is. What worse happened that next morning, Moo, the dang black and white cat, brought a baby to the front door and was eating. Oh no. Oh, I hated when my 13 cats would get a bird. I would like cry. No, 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 leave the birds alone. And then so when I was in the small house, I had a little dog, Boo, and I didn't have any cats, and I would get all the birds to come to the bird feeder then, because I didn't get so many birds at my bird feeder because of all my cats at the big house. But then what was worse, and why I am going back to being a cat person, I got a cat, y'all. I had a cat like this. His name was Mushu, a little Siamese cat. But why I've gone back to loving cats. I love cats and dogs, but I love cats more because I had rats in my house. Oh, okay. Oh, you blocked. I love cats. Oh. Yeah, well, I don't know if you needed to or not. I can unblock them. Oh, I don't have you as a moderator, so you can be a moderator though. Do you want to be a moderator, Rose? Do you know how to do it? What's funny is though I can't see the other person. Let me ask you guys. I can't on the No, I don't have rats. I got rats out of my house in Georgia before I sold it. No, I don't have rats. I won't ever have rats again. I'm just saying. Because I've been tempted to get a cat already now, but I don't want to have, since I'm traveling so much right now, I don't want to get a cat. Then I'd have to get somebody to watch it while I'm out of town, and I'm going out of town a lot. So, but I will eventually probably get a cat, or maybe 2 cats. I love cats. And I wanted to get a cat when I had the rats, but Gladys was living with me in Blue. I would have gotten a cat. I would have gotten a cat like that. My little dog was friends with, yeah. I don't know if it was derogatory or not, and it was weird that 2 people came in and do you have a point? You love hot dads like your own dad? My dad's single. I don't have a boyfriend right now. But so like, because I had, let me guys show you, is this one showing up? Because this one came in saying, hey mommy, and then that's why I thought you were connected to them. And I can't see them on the YouTube side, so I can't go see where their channel. I'm trying to think. Thanks a lot for all your love. Okay, it's between this comment on my end. It's between this comment Oh, you love salads, but sometimes they make upset your stomach. But almost everything I eat at one point or another does that. Yeah. So it says 12:43. I'm trying to see why I can't see that comment. On this side, because I want to go see their channel. Because you can tell, like, if someone just made a new channel, you know, it's likely, because that's what trolls do. They just go make another channel, and they, you know, people that are stalking. I have a family member that's, you know, I just finally figured out I had to Google how to block someone on, because I'm not really familiar with TikTok, and sometimes it confuses me. So I Googled how to block someone because I forgot. I'm like, I know I blocked someone on TikTok before, but maybe another account they made, because they just make multiple accounts so they can stalk me and see what I'm doing, because I'll block them and then they'll make another account. Then they'll make an account for their dog or their cat, you know. I felt like that. For a while, that singer that made a pass at me and that I read the poem about, maybe that's what it was that was so popular about the Thursday live. That might be when I read that poem. Oh, maybe I just figured it out. I think I'll go back and look at that. But yeah, that guy, we were sort of having like a Facebook thing, and I'm just like, I got to stop this with this guy. You know, there's some poems about it, and I'll read you maybe a couple of them. There's some poems about it in here. So finally, I blocked him, you know, and it wasn't really to block him. Well, it was him too, but it was me also going to look at what he's saying. What is he saying about me? You know, that's like a secret code, like, you know. Bye. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I'm not dating at this time, and I'm very, yeah, I'm not dating at this time, but goodbye. Thank you for coming in. So yeah, I don't see it anymore. That's what it's weird. And I might, if I could find it on the YouTube side, I would block it. I don't, yeah, I can ban users on this side, but I probably will give it more of a chance because they really didn't say anything. They just call me mommy, and I don't know if that's derogatory or not. Like, so Lise Colucci that I interviewed. Hey, Chris is here. Hi, I almost missed you talking about trolls, and that, you know, I'm just checking out people that are new. I'm so small channel. I won't be able to do that. I'll have to let, you know, bigger channels, they need to just let their mods take care of it if someone starts saying something. And I trust their judgment too. But since I'm still a little for right now, and I was just checking out people that were new to see if they were possibly trolls, and was wondering because they were calling me mommy, which was weird. Just weird, but not really. You know, I don't mind being called mommy. I've been a mommy for 36 years. You know, I don't really mind that. And I've been a second mom to a lot of my kids' friends. You know, I'm like a second mom to Albert. Has a mom. Albert has a great mom in Georgia, but I'm just like another mom to him. I'm like his extra mom. like his Denver mom or whatever. But oh, maybe someone did. Did one of my mods block that person? I don't know, but it's okay if you did, because I don't know. I don't know. Because like I said, there was something going on with a family member, and they were on looking at my TikTok, and I didn't know why, and I didn't know how, and I forgot how to block them. And then the YouTube video I watched says, click on the 3 dots. And I was like, there's no 3 dots. What are you talking about? There's no 3 dots. But it's a share arrow. It's a share button that you click on, and then it says you can block them. So, but yeah, I'm interested in the Shroud of Turin, yeah, but I'm not interested in your mommy's daddy. So it was kind of weird they came in at the same time. So okay, I can make you a mod. Let me go over here. I have to go to the YouTube side. So yeah, and like Lindy was like, I don't know how someone, I think Carol was asking her to drop a link or something, and like I had already dropped it. I had already dropped the link, and Lindy's going, I don't know how to do that, and I was like, don't worry about it, because you know Lindy's channel is like almost to 2,500, I guess now, and Carol's channel is like 80,000, and like she's not tech. She really encourages me. She's not tech savvy like me. I mean, tech savvy as I am not tech savvy. Not like me. Like she's not. I said that way wrong, but she's not tech savvy like I am not tech savvy is what I meant to say. So a really bad troll. I can understand her concern, because I would be like that too. Let me block this person. So one of the porn bad trolls came in, right? And so she was trying to block it herself, and her moderator, More Bang for Your Bucks, had already blocked it, had just blocked it, and then she blocked her own moderator from her channel by accident. And I'm thinking like, Carol, you know, you don't, you know, when you have a channel that big and you have moderators, that's what they're there for. Don't try to do that. So like when I get more, and it's going to be harder for me to answer comments too. Lindy still is answering all her comments, which is wonderful, because I've gone to channels, you know, and I'm like, I understand you're like 60K or something. I was going to this one van lifers channel, and like I made a comment, and it's just like, okay, she hasn't commented back on my comment. She hasn't even hearted my comment. And it's like, at least you could do is heart the comment eventually. And I got kind of irritated, and I just took the comment down. I was just like, she doesn't care about my comment. But yeah, I just recommend, if you're YouTube, when you're small, like me, I try to answer every comment. Usually if it's just in a couple emojis, then maybe I'll just heart it. But I try to at least, you know, say hi. I try to, you know, there's a free YouTube thing if you are a YouTuber or doing a YouTube channel. I think, you know, especially when you're small, you should try to answer or acknowledge at least all your comments. Yeah, you can go to their channel and click on the top thing and do copy link, and then come back here And that's how you drop it in the chat. But yeah, I don't have to. And I used to have subscribers only and slow chat on, which I don't really need. The bigger channels need the slow chat maybe because they go so fast, and yeah, and that's why I try right now, since my channel's small, I'm trying to say hi to everybody. If my channel gets really big, that'll be harder to do. If my live streams get bigger. And yeah, Lindy goes live on Tuesday nights. Her chat's really moving and really going. And Carol's on Saturday. It's really moving and really going. And it's hard for me to say hi to everybody, let alone, and Carol tries to say hi to everybody, which is really good. That's why I like her live streams and stuff. But I'm going to try to do that as much as I possibly can. Let's acknowledge everybody that comes in. Yeah, and Chris said, oh, you're making chicken sandwich. I'm watching. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. So, yeah. You would like my dad. He's a bodybuilder and owns a gym. But does he love the Lord? That's what I want to know. That's nice. But does he love the Lord? I'm super, super picky these days. And I'm not dating right now. So, I don't know. I feel like when I see him, you did it. Yay! She dropped your link, Warren Becky. Yay, Rose! My salad has upset my stomach before. Hopefully not today. Hopefully not today. Thank you, Valentina. Awesome, awesome. Gosh, I'm at an hour, you guys. I haven't even finished my salad. Sheesh. Hey, Paul. How are you? The wrench looks good on you, Rose. How are you, Paul? I'm going to be in Portugal 4th of July. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to be in Portugal on 4th of July. That's going to be fun, though. Yep, I'm going to be, for a whole month of July, I'm going to be in Portugal, Paul. Yep. I'm so excited. I'm leaving on Saturday. Good, good, good. Yeah, Paul being in Oregon, you're enjoying Oregon. I'm enjoying Denver. I love it here. I went to that place to check out my video on El Dorado Canyon State Park. It's so, so pretty. I was showing pictures to my daughter and the other day, and I said, we'll take you there when you come to see us. Wow, that beats my I'm sure your plans are good too. Just relaxing and enjoying Oregon. I love cherry tomatoes. They're good. I don't care for these beans in the salad so much. They're okay, but I'm glad you're proud of your wrench. I went to give, I didn't realize you didn't have a wrench already, Rose. I gave, what is it, CW style? He's like, oh, no. And so at the end of the live, I unmoderated him because he didn't want to be moderated. So sorry about that, CW style. I hope you'll come back. You're not a moderator anymore. Yeah, I moderated Box Fan D, and she didn't really want to be a moderator. I'm like, okay. Sorry, D. I just like made her like, I'm like, you don't have to do anything, D. You're just an honorary moderator, you know? But whatever. And then, no, we won't go into any more of that. That's the end of that story. See you later, Roy. I hope to stop in there tomorrow. Hopefully. I put a lot of, I got too much dressing on the bottom of it. Yeah, I almost used all of that. I can finish that off tomorrow. Yes, I'm excited. I am excited. Oh yeah, so I was talking about blocking the singer, and like he blocked me on because I accidentally liked his page or something. I accidentally liked one of his pictures, I think. So he blocked me on Instagram. He got me blocked on Instagram. I got him blocked on, not blocked. We haven't blocked each other on Twitter though. So I can pop over there and see what he's up to. Not much, really. No, he's still making music. He's painting, but I think he's still writing poetry too. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, blocked him on Facebook, and then he made a Facebook for his cat. I'm like, okay, you forced my hand. I'm blocking your cat too. You know, and the same thing happened with a family member. She made one for her dog, and her husband's one. Just block them. Block. I have no qualms about it anymore. I used to feel badly, but Bandon has a parade and later is fireworks on the beach. Awesome. Hopefully your sun shelter won't blow away. Wow. Yes, I love the Oregon coast. It's so beautiful. So I started to ask Timmy Ray yesterday if he knew. Does anybody else want to guess what my new banner is? One of the places I've been to. I specifically wanted to ask Timmy Ray. That's a hint for those of you who know Timmy Ray. My banner, my new banner that I put up on my YouTube. I'm just like sort of rotating them around to places I've been and stuff. And it was courtside. It was like on this. I was trying to make a YouTube banner, and I put it up as a thumbnail on this video. And the pictures are the sunsets in courtside, the river is in California, and then the bottom one is El Dorado Canyon State Park when I went to hike with my son. So it's Colorado, California, Arizona on that thumbnail. But Does anybody want to guess before I tell you, or should I just tell you? The horses and the green grass on my new, not permanent, but my new banner on my YouTube is Graceland. It's the horses at Graceland that are still there. Yeah, and that was the last place I went in my RV was to Memphis to see Graceland. I went to Georgia and then I went back to Tennessee. I had already been in Tennessee. I had already been to Pigeon Forge. I went back to Tennessee to Chattanooga. So it was like my second escape from Georgia. I didn't have a good time in Georgia. And so I went to Chattanooga for my birthday. And in October. And then I went to Memphis. And then I went back to St. Louis, sat there for 7 months and didn't travel. And then the things with Ebola started up too. Oh, goodness. It was rough, but I got through it and I learned a lot. Chattanooga, Tennessee is really beautiful. When I went to see Kenneth Oaks, we camped at, what's it called again? Warriors Path State Park. The state parks are wonderful. I've been to a few national parks in my RV. The national parks I went to in my RV are Arches National Park, Crater Lake National Park. There was another one. I think there was another one. Maybe there was only two. I went to the Redwood National Forest in Klamath. It was beautiful. But yeah, I think I was thinking of going to Yosemite in my RV in 2021, but it's when they were having the fires, and I don't think I would have been even able to get in. And then they were making reservations for Rocky Mountain National Park when I was here in Denver, and so we didn't make the reservation, so we didn't get over there. State parks are great, yeah. So I'm thinking, so now I'm thinking it was only two. Oh, I know what the other one was, but I wasn't in my RV. Joshua Tree National Park. I went with Gladys, but we were in the car. We were in my sister-in-law's car. We went to Palm Springs. So yeah, and they didn't even want the bar. They didn't even ask for the park pass, but I had it because I got it at Arches. Yeah, I got it at Arches. So first it was Arches, and then it was Joshua Tree, but not in my RV. And then in my RV it was the Redwood National Forest, which they don't ask for a park pass to get in to either, and Crater Lake. It's really beautiful. Didn't camp in the park though, any of those times. I love horses too. I haven't been horseback riding in a while. I used to horseback ride when I was a kid in the valley with my friend Louise. Yeah, I love Crater Lake. I can put that up there for one. I can just keep rotating mine. So I haven't figured out how to do a banner yet. I may eventually. I may be working on some things on my YouTube when I'm in Portugal, because it's supposed to be remote years for people who work remotely. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. Kind of freelancer, and not found a publisher yet, but keep praying for me, you guys. Want to find a new publisher for Red Poems. Oh, it's a little beans. Oh, your plates are cool. Cool. I decided to get hospice and palliative care. And it says red on it. You can see me coming. Snow White. Oh, cool. I think I have you as a moderator. Do I, Paul? Let's see. Let me see if do I have Linda as a moderator? Well, I could put Linda as a moderator. Everybody in here will be a moderator. Are you still here, Linda? I can make Valentina a moderator too. Just let me know if you don't want to be a moderator. No, I don't have Linda as a moderator. Yeah, she went. Yeah, I'll wait until I can ask her before doing it. Because I don't know if she's gonna have time to be in here either. So yeah, it's time for me to read you a poem and read to you from the book of John. What did I say? Yeah, there's one I read. There's one I wrote about Facebook. Oh, let me read you the Dark Horses one. Yeah. Oh, I could read you the King and Crown one. Oh, yeah, that's the one about the singer. Yeah, I'll read you the Dark Horses one. Oh, wait. No, I'll read you the King and Crown one. It's in this book. If anybody's interested in it. Yeah, I met this singer guy, and yeah, and I'm not saying his name because it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Other people when I talk about page publishing, I feel like they're someone they're still in business. They're still trying to get people to, they're the type of wolf that I say their name, do not hire Page Publishing because, they're still in business and they're still defrauding people. They're still screwing people over. So people like the singer, I won't say his name, and people like Daniel Day or Hines in Warner Robins, Georgia, the shady lawyer. She's still screwing people over. So I say her name. The thing with the green card guy, that wolf, well, I don't think he's trying to do what he was doing anymore. He only had a limited amount of time until his visa was expired. And so like I've thought recently, I'm going to write about him in my book, which is going to be called Welcome to Reds. But I know he lived with me for a month and he was trying to get me to marry him. So I know about him. I know his whole name. I know his birth date. Da 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 da. I'll say Mohammed, but I won't say all that because he's not, to my knowledge, not trying to screw people over anymore. So that's that about the wolves, about why I will say some wolf's name, but other wolves I will leave it be. But anyways, and I try to remember now, and I'm praying more and more all the time. I pray for my enemies. I pray for my enemies every day, and I pray for my kids every day. Is that crazy? I pray for y'all every day. The Bible says pray without ceasing. I'm praying like all the time now. Sometimes I pray in tongues for a little bit, and sometimes I pray out loud. I pray in English. I just pray all the time. Yeah, that's what I was calling him at first. Yeah, his name is. It was terrifying though. It was terrifying, Paul. And I got to the point where too, because I wrote a blog post about him when I thought he was still. I was like, I need to do something, and I went to the police. The police sent me to, because when I found out he was fake, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was all fake. What a idiot I am. That was all fake. So sorry about that, Lori. So yeah, I would call him the green card guy, and I wrote a blog post about him. This was in 2019 when I felt like he was still. That's when his visa was going to expire. He was from Syria, and he was under the travel ban, but he got grandfathered in because he got his visa before the travel ban. And when I found out it was fake, I was like, I freaked out, and I was like, oh my gosh, he was in my house. What did he do? And I thought he put something on my phone maybe. And so later on I got a new phone because I had an email go out, and I don't know. I was like, how would I send an email from my phone by accident? How would I do that? That was bizarre. And then it kind of freaked me out. And then I was still doing Airbnb, and I was thinking of going to a couple of times. I thought about, but I would lose some good. I had some good, decent guests, like men that were regular, would do business in Warner Robins and stay at my Airbnb. And they weren't a problem. The problem were the men that thought, it was a package deal. Like they're going to get red, and it was just like around the time I had Mohammed 2018, I did put red and my pictures on my Airbnb. And that's why I feel like, Mohammed picked me. He's like, okay, looks like she's single. The joke was on him that I wasn't single yet, but he stayed in contact with me until my divorce just went through in September, like 2 weeks after he left. So yeah, I have some crazy stories. Yeah, I'm gonna write a book. I haven't really started on it yet, but you and I could write a novel about relationships. Yeah, yeah, I bet. But yeah, I am writing a book, and I think it's going to be called Welcome to Reds. That's what it's going to be called. It's kind of like a memoir. It'll kind of be like my first memoir. But it's going to be true story. Truth is, Lord Byron, verily I say unto you, truth is stranger than fiction. So, like here we were, like we were both so, like I was thinking about it again yesterday. We were both so Islamic, and then like, y'all, if this happened, like right after 9, I would be like, I would be so Islamophobic. I was honestly Islamophobic. I was, but I wasn't. I was becoming more open-minded, but don't become so open-minded that your, brains fall out. Okay, people? Okay? Don't become so and don't forgo your morals. And that's what too I did. And the strangest thing though, and I thought it was so sweet because like the year before I met Muhammad, and I had been celibate from the time I separated from my husband in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 was the day rape happened, which doesn't count actually. 2017, the date rape happened. 2018 is when Muhammad came to my Airbnb, and he was just such a gentleman. And so, and we were both religious, and that's when it started. Satan's very subtle. That's when it started with my my descent into the belly's whale. My descent into the belly's whale, and my running away from God and getting pissed off at God. The straw that broke the camel's back was when, my daughters weren't talking to me, and that was just devastating. And that was 2019, and I was suicidal, but that was a year after Muhammad. But really, I was celibate for 5 years. The only one I chose to give up my celibacy for was Muhammad. But the thing with that was I didn't really, that was almost like he manipulated me, and he just pressured me by being so nice, really. And and the funny thing is the night before that, he was on the phone for like over an hour. I kid you not, talking in Arabic, and I thought that there were so many things. I looked back and I was like, oh, now I understand that. He's talking to his friend about like what do I do? What do I do? It's almost to the end. It was almost to the end of the month, and he wanted to be sure, but I had, by that point, I had fallen for him. If I had not fallen for him, I wouldn't have decided to, sleep with him. And then the day after, get this was bizarre. I put it in my blog post, but my blog post is down, like I said, for now. And I thought about returning my blog post, but the blog post made him really mad, and he called me. And that's why I got scared, y'all, because I said, like, all these men, all these single men, I didn't mind so much if it was a couple. When I was going to do my Airbnb, I was like, let me do my Airbnb so it's just women or couples or families. Women or couples or families, and no single men at all, because some of them were like thinking they were gonna. I had one that was. Sometimes I just admire a guy's audacity, and I'm like, because this guy was not very attractive. He was a nurse, and also he was married. This one guy, and he kept coming on to me, and he got drunk. He couldn't even work. Like his first night at his, he was a travel nurse, and was talking all about his wife is crazy, and she turned him in for abuse, and so he couldn't even work in the state of Florida. Told me his whole like life story, but he kept coming on to me, and I was just like, dude, go away. I'm like, and I was like, seriously? Like, what makes you think that, I was just like, and you don't want to be rude. This is your guest, and they're going to leave you a review. So, and I was just like, I just need to stop. I just need to stop this, and it's funny. And it's funny that one of the one of the people that early on booked my Airbnb though, and because I am still like very careful, and I started doing the Airbnb. It was when the year I got date raped, 2017. It was 2017 August I got date raped. In November I started the Airbnb. So I was always very like cautious about, and two men booked a room in my Airbnb for Valentine's Day one day, uh, early on. I think it probably was 2018 Valentine's Day. And I was like, what the heck? And I didn't like, I was like, what's going on? Like, and you talked to him in the chat and I'm like, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? And I was just like, none of your business, dude, and I finally like canceled them. Right. And then you guys, I'm at the Walmart. I was friends with this girl that worked at the Walmart, and she had a little girl. She was like about my oldest daughter's age. She had a little girl, and she bought a copy of my elephant book off of me. I bought the copies from the shady publisher. This was early on before I figured out everything, and I was still ordering books from them. I was buying them for $10 a piece from them, and then I'd make $10 at least. So I sold her a book, and the guy, I'm like, that's the guy that booked my Airbnb. And she's like, oh, he's harmless. She's like, he lives with his partner and they live with his mom. And I was like, so it was a gay couple. I was afraid. I was so paranoid that I canceled them. And she was just like, I was just like, oh, he's harmless. He's the sweetest guy. And I'm like, I feel bad. I think I messaged him back and apologized too, but he didn't try to. But I was just looking for a night, away from his mom's place, I guess, with his boyfriend. But I was just like, oops. And so, but sometimes, and then sometimes they slip through the crack, like that, male nurse guy, and like looking at him, I wouldn't think he would be the type of guy that would be bold enough to keep making a pass at me, especially when he was telling me he was married. He was telling me he was married, but telling me how horrible his wife was and blah, 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 blah. And, but I was just like, it was just, always like, that's why I stopped doing Airbnb too. And I kept getting paranoid that like Muhammad was sending these guys that were booking my Airbnb from Atlanta. He was booking them, they're going to come. I'm like, they're going to kill me in my sleep. And I was just like, no. I never made it. So it was, just women and couples only. But it got to that point after Muhammad where I didn't really trust, because some of them were men that were working and coming regularly. And they were the nicest guys. I'm like, if I make it, I was like, this guy can't. One guy was so sweet, but he was just so sloppy. And he would, he worked, I'm trying to think, I think he worked nights. And so he would come in the morning and he would get fast food and he would spill all over like the bedspread or something like that. And I was just like, I forget his name. And I was just like, sending him a message. I was like, he was the nicest. He had a kid. They came one time because they had a camp and he had a kid that was diabetic and they had a diabetic camp and he came with his wife one time. He was the nicest guy. But he kept spilling his soda. I was like, can you not drink the sugary drinks in your room because you spilled them on the bedspread. I have to take the bedspread doesn't fit in my washing machine because it was like big poofy bedspread. And I would have to go spend $8 on the laundromat if you keep spilling on my bedspread. So yeah, that was heartbreaking too. And I had to stop booking him. But some of them were really nice and some of them weren't. And it's just like, okay, I'm sick of this. But let me read you this poem. Nice but sloppy, yeah. Exactly. I was like, And then Yeah, I had some character. That's why, I'm just like, I gotta write about this. It would just be hilarious. And then the next guest that would come, I would tell them the stories, and then, um, and then people would start leaving in the reviews. Like one guy got so mad because my shower was hard to turn on, and he couldn't get it turned on, and he got so pissed, and he gave me a bad review. Oh. So I tell people that story, and I was just like, it's hard. I'll explain it to people. I was like, it's just hard. You got to pull it out really hard. You got to bam it in really hard. But the water pressure is great. It's a great shower. And so they start with leaving reviews. I went back recently. I'm like, I got to go see if my reviews are still there, because I want to like cut and copy, and I won't put the names or whatever, but and put some of them in my book, because the book's going to be called Welcome to Reds, and it's going to be a lot about when I did Airbnb. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I'm finally liking and living alone right now, Paul. But I don't want to do it forever, and I hated it at first. That's what was so hard. Um, yeah, we should pray. We'll pray for each other, Rose. Um, yeah, we'll pray for each other, Rose. Um, yeah, and I did like take that leap, but it wasn't, it wasn't the right time. It's just like I trusted this guy. I in no way had fallen for him, the date rape guy. I had in no way fallen for him. Yeah, I also don't say his name, just because he might still be doing it. He was a cop too, but I don't say his name either, just because I don't want trouble. I mean, I'll say his first name. His first name is Charles, but yeah, I felt like, well, there's a lot of men like that. I can't go after all of them. I can just say beware of wolves. He was a wolf, and he tricked me into going to his house to watch a movie. And because I had told Mohammed that story, he said, and he was, trying to appear to be so noble and nice and blah, blah, blah. He got me an HIV test. And this was another thing that was weird. I was like, what the heck? And the night after, we had already, but of course, we used protection, which for him, because he really didn't think all that much of me, that he was acting like he did. But and he was saying he got the HIV test, because of the date rape. But I knew I didn't have anything. It had been a year later, right? I donated blood plasma twice a week, every week. So I had already known I didn't have anything, because they would test that blood. So I would give blood plasma twice a week. And so Mohammed, that was another thing that was weird and stood out to me, because he was really going to marry me, right? So he got me an HIV. Can you imagine? And I'm like, little Miss Pollyanna, goody twos. I'm so sweet. I wasn't offended, but I am now, because I really think, I really realized what he thought at the time, and the stereotype of American women. He really thought that about me, but like all of us are, like, it's horrible. I have, so immodest. I have sleeveless shirt on, blah blah blah, tattoos. Yeah, he got me an HIV test from the Walgreens we went to all the time. I was driving for Lyft at that time. I would give him a ride to the hospital in the Lyft. He was a medical student. Yeah, and he was Islamic, and I was. I thought I was going to convert him to. That's how in La La Land I was. I was like, he's going to convert, and I was praying, and I really believe this, you guys, because like I said before, like God lets me know things, like, you know, I want to say to my kids, I haven't said it before, but like, just like, don't lie to me, because, you know, if God wants me to know, I'm going to find out. Just don't lie to me. Anybody, you know, if God wants me to know something and you're trying to lie and cover something up for me, God's going to tell me, you know. But and I look back, and at that time, because I wasn't away from God yet. I was with God when that happened, and it was bad. And you know, and because the date rape happened, because I was like, when the date rape happened, I was like, oh, I've been celibate for I'm re-virginizing here. You know, I had only been with my husband for 50 years, and then I've been celibate for 4 years. I'm like, I'm re-virginizing. And then, you know, I felt like the date rape, and I blamed myself because I was an idiot. I went to his house, you know, duh. You know, I was just very naive. I went to his house, and he said I could sleep in the spare, you know, and I said to him, I wasn't ready. And he said, you can sleep in the spare room, but I didn't sleep in the spare room. And I got into his bed too, the second mistake, but I had all my clothes on. I had all my clothes on, y'all. I had all my clothes on. I wasn't in pajamas. I had all my clothes on, you know, everything. But, you know, and he kept waiting. And I took my medicine, which makes me sleep. I was driving all over. That's a long story too. That'll be in the book. It'll be in the book. I probably would have slapped his face for getting it. Yeah, I'm just too nice. I have been too nice. But he did it like, and that's why that's how he tried. And that's why the night before that happened, that's when he was on the phone. I was just like, what are you talking to your friend for an hour for? You know, I didn't ask him until later, until after he supposedly left. He supposedly went back to Saudi Arabia, but he didn't go back to Saudi Arabia because he's a liar. Because all that he went through to get into the country, you know, because they detained, you know, because here he was coming in on a visa that was good, but he was grandfathered in, and he's from a country that's under the travel ban. He wasn't you can't be a citizen. You can't become a citizen of Saudi Arabia unless you're like born. It's very difficult. Hey, Daryl. Hello. How are you? What's up? I've been going to read this poem for 15 minutes, but I'm telling my crazy story. I have poems about it. I should read you the poems. I have poems. There's poems and read poems about all these people. Wait, I think I need to write a poem about the lawyer. I don't have one about them. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Let me read you this poem about the singer guy, King and Crown. So it's back to, and I have that I had blog posts that I could possibly put some of those back up. I'm going to be putting up more blog posts back up that I took down when I was away from God, because they were so religious. I was like, oh, why did I write this? Hey, Timmy Ray. Hey, Timmy Ray. Do you know? You should know where my new banner photo is taken at. I found a good lawyer, though, Daryl. I found a good lawyer after, and it turns out, I was like, well, your name sounds familiar, you know? Her name is Obrizia Bullard. There's a good lawyer. If you need a good lawyer in Atlanta, Obrizia Bullard. If you need a good divorce lawyer in Atlanta, Obrizia Bullard. And she played soccer with my daughter, because I used to call her. I was like, finally, I had hired her. We were at mediation time. I didn't even realize it. I was like, your name seems familiar. Oh, did they call you Breezy? Did they call you? She's like, yeah, they did. I was like, you played soccer with my daughter. She's like, yeah. Respect that again, man. What? Oh, do you know where the banner is taken? The picture on my banner, YouTube banner. It's a place you know. I told everybody here, but since you're late, I'm not going to say it again. So, let me read you this poem. And it's about meeting the singer. I liked him, but then I found out, he's married. And nothing ever happened with him. I got accused by the person, the family member stalking me, but nothing happened. Small world. So yeah, this poem's called King and Crown. King and Crown. Poet, rocker, movie star. I know exactly who you are. I Google you and a million pics pop up. After 10 minutes, do you think you know me? I am much more than what you see. What is it that you seek? For I'm not your average Jesus freak. Perhaps you see the fear and longing in my eyes, but I am so tired of lies. And there's some things in here that are references to him that only he would know, and you won't. If you don't know who he is, you can guess, but please don't put it in the chat. You can email me, okay? Email me if you think you know who it is. But I am not your average Jesus freak. Perhaps you see the fear and longing in my eyes, but I'm so tired of lies. Yes, there's a ring on my finger. It was so early in my separation, I still have my wedding band on. And I gave him a card. I had a card that had a picture of my whole family on it. And I used to be the 7-story house, because the 5 kids and me and the hubby. So the 7-story house was the name of my blog and stuff. Yes, there's a ring on my finger, yet my heart is cold. Sometimes I feel fat and old. Bad boy, believer, philanderer. But I am no better than you. We are just the same, we two. Sinners saved by simple grace. Do you want to see me again? How can you see me again when you missed me the first time? It seemed like you knew me, but you looked right through me. That's from a song. He's a magic man. Heart song. It's all my fault, of course. My daughters know I'm a bad dresser, forever the second guesser. I had my Daisy. It was hot in Georgia. It's like 100 degrees, and the concert was outside. I had my Daisy Dukes on, and I was skinnier then. I only weighed 185 when I separated from my husband, and then the weight creeped on from stress. And empty nest. I was thrust when I moved out of my ex's house. I was thrust just, fast into empty nest syndrome. Although I kept in touch with my daughter, and I was teaching her to drive. I took her to get her driver's license. We would go shopping and go eat and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's in reference to a Heart song. It seemed like he knew me, but he looked right through me. It's all my fault, of course. My daughters know I'm a bad dresser, forever the second guesser. I shouldn't hug strangers. I hugged him. I was so excited to meet. I've been listening to him for 20 years before I met him. I had been listening to him for 20 years, and the band he was in that he wasn't in anymore. He was in a different band now. But anyways, yeah, you can email me if you think you know who it is. Yeah, I was yelling out his name. I saw him walking from the bus to the backstage area because the concert was outside. It was March. Yeah, it starts getting hot early in middle Georgia. It was getting hot, and it was and I'd already been to a soccer game. And I think I had been to the soccer game that morning. I had pants on, and it was like so hot that I changed into my Daisy Dukes. And I was actually, looking for him. I was like, maybe I'll say, and I knew it was because I was a big fan of this band, and I had never met any of them. And when I saw him, I was yelling out his name, and I I gave him a hug, and I don't even know this guy, and I'm like, I shouldn't hug strangers, not especially not on my Daisy Dukes. What was I thinking? And I'm just, I'm just naive, newly separated from my husband, but I'm still living with my husband. But anyways, so let me read. This is one of my story poems. Okay, let me finish it. My daughters know I'm a bad dresser, forever the second guesser. I shouldn't hug strangers. I didn't see the danger until you said, I'll see you later. I felt the light touch on my back. Don't dwell on all the things you lack. Could this be a satanic attack? The chills go down my spine. I hear the hubby say, you are mine. I like his voice in my head. There's tension, like, I'm gonna go. Yeah. I hear the hubby say, you are mine. There's tension in the air. I want to walk you to your bus. I hear the dark-haired one again. What about us? I'm through with you. If you had come, I wouldn't be hanging here on this cliff. I'm listening to him saying he wants to see me again. That voice, oh my God. He has a very good voice, singing voice. Come on, Susan, make the choice. The right one, wake up. That's his voice. Saying, remember me, king and crown, one day we'll meet. Don't let what the womanizer says go to your head. He just wants you in his bed. This man's a mess, a hot mess, just like you. But the king desires my beautiful heart. He delivers me, will never part. The princess is all glorious within. These verses are all from Psalm 45 is about the king. But he also might have had a song about the kings. Yeah, there's a hint. But don't say it in the chat. If you think you know who it is, email me. Oh, wait, I'll put my email on the bottom. Oh, y'all, he could be watching this. But, if your conscience is clear, then hopefully everything, hopefully he doesn't do that anymore. Hopefully. But yeah, dude, I'm praying for you if you're watching this. So she only wants to honor him. The princess is all glorious within. That's from Psalm 45. She only wants to honor him. I'll worship my king, forever I'll sing. My heart overflows with this theme. That's all from Psalm 45. So do you all say goodbye. Jesus loves both you and me. Surrender all to him, and you'll see he makes us all royalty. And I'm still a fan of you, just not what you do. And most importantly, he is too. Says, Jesus loves sinners. Of who I am, and I am the chief of sinners. Just like Paul said. Yeah. Yep, so that's that poem. And yeah, I'm almost done 2 hours. So let me read from John and let y'all go. I have stuff to do. I have packing to do. I need to go to AT&T, pay off the rest of my phone, because then I can get a SIM card to use overseas. So yeah, I have to do that. And I have to text my boys and see if they will come get all the get the enchiladas. They need to get their enchiladas, and I need to give them some eggs and stuff so it doesn't go bad. So whoa, 110. Yikes, bro. Stay cool. Keep yourself and your doggy out of the sun. So glad you stopped by, Daryl. So, Tammy Ray, you're not answering me. So the picture on my new YouTube banner is taken at Graceland, the field in front of Graceland where Elvis had his horses. There's horses there. I'm not sure if anybody rides them or what, but there's still horses at Graceland. Maybe the grandkids go there. It's so sad about Lisa Marie. So sad about that. Yeah, I'm still going live tomorrow too, you guys. I won't go for this long though. I'm trying to just go for an hour, but I think I just got into it today because I was like, hey, last Thursday's live is doing so well. I'm in chapter 4. Let me read you some from chapter 4 of Paul. No, not Paul, John. Paul wrote most of the New Testament. Did you know that, Paul, the Apostle Paul? I'm reading from this. It's this is the Bible I got in Oregon, Paul, at a antique place in Coos Bay, and I loved it because it had the 70s like dove on it and with a nice cover. But it's a Catholic Bible. But that interests me. I'm always interested in other religions. That's why I found Muhammad so fascinating. I was like, tell me about it. Yes, it was so sad. Yeah, I had never stopped at Graceland. That's why I had that on my bucket list. We drove by it so many times because like we would go to Oklahoma where my daughter was first stationed in the Army, and that's where she met her husband. Bye, Valentina. Thank you for coming in. I'm about to just read and pray. I won't read you all of chapter 4. Let's read until I have a good stopping spot. Oh, this is about the Samaritan woman. I love the book of John. That's why I decided to do that. I was reading Job to y'all, but do I remember the name? Of the shop. I think I wrote it here. Vintage 101, Coos Bay. I think it was Vintage 101. So I wrote on it. It came with a little pad of paper too that I took to take notes. I was like, oh, I'm glad I brought this Bible because it has the notes in it too, because I'm taking that study on the Trinity at church. And so I wrote on this notepad, bought in Coos Bay, 2022, no, 2021. Why did I put 2022? Where's a pen? I'm going to fix that. I know it wasn't 2022 because 2022 I was here. Wait, no, it was 2022 because it was last year. Yeah. No, this was the second time I was in Coos Bay and I was in my RAV and not in my RV. Yeah, so it was 2022. It was Vintage 101. I wasn't going to antique stores, you guys, when I first was traveling in my RV because everything I owned was in my RV, and I was like, I need to not go to antique stores because I always find stuff I love and I buy it, and I can't have too much stuff because it won't all fit in my RV. And I had gone through all that major downsizing from the 3,400 square foot house to the 1,600 square foot house, from the 1,600 square foot house to fitting it all in my car and going up to St. Louis, buying my RV, fitting all that I own in my RV. So, but yeah, I think that is the name of the place, Vintage 101, Coos Bay. I'll put it in here. I think like they have Instagram and stuff. They had a lot of cool stuff there. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to read from John chapter 4. Now, when Jesus learned that the Pharisees had heard that he was winning over and baptizing more disciples than John, in fact, however, it was not Jesus himself who baptized, but his disciples, he left Judea and started back for Galilee again. He had to press through Samaria, and his journey brought him to a Samaritan town named Shechem, near the plot of land which Jacob had given to his son Joseph. This was the site of Jacob's well. Jesus, tired from his journey, sat down at the well. Have you seen this on The Chosen? The Chosen is pretty cool. It's not all exactly accurate though, but It's a good show. So, the Samaritans were someone that they were mixed with the Jewish people, and so there was kind of like racism there, and so the Jews didn't always like the Samaritans. That's why the tale of there's just so much you can get into and understand better if you really dig into the Bible and study it, and why Jesus told the stories the way he told the stories. Like the story of the Good Samaritan, it's like the priests and the ones that were supposed to be Christians walked by the guy that was hurt on the side of the road and didn't help him. The people that are supposed to be representing the Christian people didn't help him, and then the Samaritan. So it's like the people that the Jews didn't like the Samaritans, and that's why the parable of the Good Samaritan. And this is the Samaritan woman at the well. The hour was about noon when a Samaritan woman came to draw water. Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink." His disciples have gone off to the town to buy provisions, to buy food. The Samaritan woman said to him, "Are you a Jew? How can you ask me for a Samaritan? You are a Jew. How can you ask me, a Samaritan, and a woman for a drink?" Recall that Jews have nothing to do with Samaritans. Jesus replied, "If only you recognize God's gift and who it is asking you for a drink, you would have asked him instead, and he would have given you living water." "Sir," she challenged him, "you do not have a bucket, and this well is deep. Where do you expect to get this flowing water? Surely you do not pretend to be greater than our ancestor Jacob, who gave us this well and drank from it with his sons and flocks." Jesus replied, "Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks the water I give him will never be thirsty. No, the water I give him will become a fountain within him, leaping up to provide eternal life." All this talk is making me thirsty. Gonna have some of this. Thanks, Lori. You can drop your link before you go if you haven't gone already. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, I love the Book of Ruth. I think I considered reading that too. Yeah, I love the Book of Ruth. I heard about a book about the Book of Ruth, and I think I'm going to get that book next. I know what I wanted to tell you too. I'm finishing up this, and it's really, really good. Stuff that I have issue with, and I also wanted to show you this. I read this recently. I listened to it on Audible, and I was like, I want to get a hard copy of the book. She's on, her link is in my featured channels, Terry Cole. Very good channel. She talks about boundaries a lot. She talks about relationships, narcissists, all of that stuff. Very good channel, very good book. But that stuff, like, I have problems with, so Joyce Meyer's talking in this book about doubts and stuff. And, that's what I went through, all of that dark night of the soul, and being like, where's God when, how can my 3 daughters that used to adore me not be talking to me? And that's what was the straw that broke the camel's back. I dropped my sticker I got at a women's conference I went to recently. This has Psalm 31 on it. She laughs without fear of the future. I'm probably going to stick these. I decided I've been getting lots of stickers lately, and I'm like, I think I'm going to stick them on my suitcase. And I still have stickers. I was putting stickers up in my RV, and I just sold them with the stickers. And Gary, the dairy farmer in Missouri that I sold my RV to, was left the stickers up, and these stickers, I think I'm going to stick them all on my suitcase, which I started packing. But anyways, let me finish reading this. Thanks for dropping. Oh, cool. You're getting good at this already. Thank you, Rose. Chug-a-lug. Yes, I'm thirsty. The salad's salty. It makes me thirsty. These olives are salty. The Italian dressing is salty. Excuse me. So, where am I? So he says, the water will become a fountain within, leaping up to provide eternal life. The woman said to him, Give me this water, sir, so that I shall not grow thirsty and have to keep coming here to draw water. He said to her, and like sermons I've heard on this, usually the women went to the well in the morning, and so she's going when not all the other women go. So she was kind of like, maybe someone with not such a great reputation. So he said to her, Go call your husband and then come back here. I have no husband, replied the woman. You are right in saying you have no husband, Jesus exclaimed. The fact is you have had 5, and the man you are living with now is not your husband. Can you imagine if someone said that to you? Wouldn't that freak you out? What you said is true. Sir, answered the woman, I can see you are a prophet. Not a fortune teller. She didn't say a fortune teller. She said a prophet. Our ancestors worshipped on this mountain, but your people claim that Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship God. Jesus told her, Believe me, woman, an hour is coming when you will worship the Father, neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. You people worship what you do not understand, while we understand what we worship. After all, salvation is from the Jews. Yet an hour is coming and is already here when authentic worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. Indeed, it is just such worshipers the Father seeks. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and in truth. The woman said to him, I knew there is a Messiah coming. This term means anointed. When he comes, he will tell us everything. Jesus replied, I who speak to you am he. It's interesting, like he didn't always reveal himself to people, but he did to her. He didn't always, and it's interesting. I often wonder, and that's what gets me into studying it more. I often wonder, like sometimes he said, like, see that you don't tell anybody. Like when he heals a blind man or something. And it's like, why did he say that then? I think because sometimes like maybe he was in Jerusalem and it wasn't the right timing yet, at the end, because he knew what was going to happen at the end. That's why he's in the garden praying and sweating drops of blood. He knew what was going to happen. But I guess he knew who she was going to tell, and what I think he purposely went to the Samaritans. They were left out people. They were a minority, and they were suffering from racism. It was racism, is what it was. So he says, I who speak to you am he. His disciples returning at this point were surprised that Jesus was speaking with a woman. No one put a question, however, such as, what do you want of him, or why are you talking with her? The woman then left her water jar and went off into the town. She said to the people, come and see someone who told me everything I ever did. Could this not be the Messiah? At that, they set out from the town to meet him. Meanwhile, the disciples were urging him, Rabbi, eat something. But he told them, I have found food to eat of which you do not know. At this, the disciples said to one another, do you suppose that someone has brought the disciples were so clueless at certain times, and then you can see like when he rose from the dead, they were like, just like I was saying, like about, it is opposite world because Muhammad was evil, but just like I was going after, after I found out the relationship with Muhammad was a lie, and then I'm looking back and going, oh, that's why he said this, and that's why he did this, and that's why he got me an HIV test. Oh, now I understand. It was just convenient for him that I had said I had been date raped, because he could say, oh, it was because of your, date rape. No, that wasn't it. Nice try though. but the disciples were like that, when they found out later, and they were like, yeah. Oh yeah. I've gone over 2 hours now. I'm going to stop there. So I'm going to put a bookmark here, and I'll probably read the rest of chapter 4 tomorrow. Then I'm going to Portugal, and we'll see. Hopefully, maybe I'll have time to go. Maybe I'll have time to go live every day at this time, every weekday, not on the weekends. Because it's a lot, you guys. It's a lot going every. Oh, Rose says, I'm chugging room temperature water. Ugh. And Paul says, that's terrible. It's supposed to be better for you, but people like things cold. I need some more. I got water too. I'm running out of drinks, and so I'm not going to get any more since I'm leaving for a month. I don't mind that much room temperature water. This has been out of the refrigerator too long, and it's room temperature. Okay. Yes, I will be safe. I'm going to pray now. Does anybody have any new prayer requests? I'm still going live tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm looking Saturday. So tomorrow, same time. I'm probably going to make quesadillas with the chicken from the... I was like, I'm going to make more. I feel like I have to eat something different like every day, you guys, because of this lunch live. Let me pray, because I got to go. I have things to do. Dear Lord, thank you for this day and all my good YouTube friends, Lord. I pray that you bless them and keep them well. Please keep Rose cool. Lord, continue to heal my friend Lori, and heal her son, Alex, from his injuries, Lord. Please be with all my friends and YouTube followers and bless them, Lord. Help us to seek to follow you and seek you in our lives. And your word says, if we seek, we shall find. If we knock, the door shall be opened. And we thank you for that, Lord. Thank you for loving us and leading us and guiding us and protecting us, Lord. I pray my followers would know that you love them, Lord, and you want good for their lives, and they can trust you, Lord. I ask your blessings on my children again, that you would protect them, help those of my children looking for jobs to find jobs, and bless them. And I pray that they would know that you love them, and that you are real, that you love them, and that I love them. And we pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Yes. So, thank you all so much for being here. I've gone on too long, but it was fun. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do, and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Love you. Bye. Bye, Ronald. Bye, Rose. Bye, Paul. Bye, Daryl. Bye, Valentina. Bye, Lori. Love you.